Jermaine Fields gets it on with Javier Duran.
I've been sweating like a pig all night.
Is it Javier or Javier?
Looks in pretty good shape.
Yeah, he does. I like this other guy though. I don't think you have to worry, Jimmy. I think it's going to be bang, bang. All right. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, it would be good to get Eddie Futch on. Just because he's Eddie Futch.
Eddie, too much fudge.
I don't think between rounds, though. Eddie gets a little nervous. After the fight, I think he's be fine. You want me to get to Thomas quickly, right? Four rounds now in the junior lightweight division. Let's take you to the center of the ring once more. And Thomas Triver. Thomas?
Ladies and gentlemen, the action continues. We have for you 4 rounds in the junior lightweight division. And when the bell rings, the referee in charge of the action will be Curtis Thrasher. Introducing to you first, fighting to my left out of the red corner, he's wearing white trunks with red trim and weighed in at 130 pounds. Hailing from Tijuana, Mexico, he has a professional record of 7 wins, 7 losses, 2 draws, with 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Javier Duran. And his opponent, fighting directly across from him out of the blue corner. He's wearing the black trunks with gold trim and weighed in at 130 pounds. Hailing from Washington, D.C., he is currently undefeated as a professional with 3 wins, and all of them coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jermaine Fields. Once again, here's your referee, Curtis Thrasher, to give the instructions.
Okay, gentlemen, I spoke with you earlier this evening in the dressing room. I expect you to obey my commands at all times. You understand the rules of boxing in the state of Colorado? Return to your corners and come out fighting.
Let's take a look at the Budweiser tail of the tape, and you can see Duran a couple of years older than Jermaine Fields, and Fields a couple of inches taller than Javier Duran. A little bit of a reach edge to Jermaine Fields, but Fields very impressive in a couple of times that we have seen him, and of course he's got some pretty good help in his corner too, Rich.
Oh, and a lot of wisdom there with the great Eddie Futch and Thel Torrance, a brilliant trainer in his own right, where they team up on a lot of fighters. They did with Riddick Bowe, they do with Wayne McCulloch, and now with Jermaine Fields. It's a hard combination to beat.
What I really liked about Fields is, considering he's a young fighter with only 3 professional fights, he's very on balance, gives you a lot of movement. He's got a very good jab, and he will bring that left hand behind the jab.
He doesn't give you a lot of lateral movement, but the movement that Gary speaks is a lot of upper body movement and different angles with those shoulders. And it makes it very tough to get a clean shot on him. And at the same time, he is lightning quick with his punches.
He really is. I really like what I've seen in his first 3 fights. And Javier Duran, he gets a guy that has 16 fights in his background. It looks at the very least to be fit coming into this fight.
It looks like he's in very good condition. we saw him last in Boston. He fought a guy named Khalil, who had a record at the time of 9-2. He was looking for great things himself, and instead he found himself absolutely no match for Jermaine.
Patient too, he'll pick his spots. Works behind the jab well. In fact, almost always works behind the jab.
Fields an extensive amateur career, 201 amateur fights, won 188 of them.
Keep him up! Keep him up! Keep him up!
Was an alternate on the '96 Olympic team. Didn't quite make the U.S. Olympic team. You don't, and that's the situation. You don't enter the pros with quite the hoopla as those who do. And you have to work yourself up. It's a little harder to get to where those guys get right off the bat.
Fighting the left-hander, Duran doing everything wrong. He's staying inside of him, which you just can't do. I always tell you, keep your left foot outside the left-hander's right foot. And Duran has not even come close to doing that.
Fields does very nice work to the body. Power body punches. That one wobbled him. Look at him going back to his corner. He's staggering. Duran is back to his corner.
We're taking it into the corner of Jermaine Fields, and as we say, there's a lot of experience, a lot of boxing knowledge in there.
Take those shots and start him up the middle, and then put him right on the chin. Okay? Start him in the body first, okay?
Good more speed with your jab. I can't throw punch so hard. Just fair. Working the speed. Working the speed. Okay. Working the speed. Jerk, jerk.
You give a little too much room.
Take a
Get a
look at
little
some of the
closer.
action
Keep chopping
from
off. Keep chopping the ring
that
off.
first round.
Once you get close, just
Was dominated by Jermaine Fields. Showed a variety of punches. Was punching well to the head with straight left hands and punching well to the body. Is right at the end of the round, he really wobbled Javier Duran with a terrific shot. Just at the bell, in fact. And Duran, there you see the right hand, and that's the one that came right at the bell, and Duran wobbled back into his corner.
It was a big shot right up on the temple. Let's see how quick Fields punches.
One of the big things for Jermaine working in his favor, though, is to have people like Phil Torrance and Eddie Futch in his corner. That is going to be such an advantage as he comes up the ladder.
And there's a left hand that drops him, and I think that started in that last flurry with a left hand right between the eyes.
5, 6, 7, 8.
And he makes it up.
Yeah, but he's just outgunned here.
Continue.
Yep, absolutely.
Jermaine Fields has way too much for him.
Fields being patient here. See, he always brings the left hand behind the jab.
There's very good size for this division, too.
Hands, watch your hands, gentlemen.
And Fields just continues to pursue Duran here, and this looks for all the world like it's only a question of time. Good left hand in close.
See those body shots from Jermaine Fields? He really does a nice job to the body. Very impressed with what he's bringing downstairs. So many young fighters are just head hunters.
That time Duran ducked right into a left hand from Fields. There's another left hand. And another, and that puts him down.
This one is over, Barry, whether he gets up or not. And
Yes.
I don't think he's getting up.
I don't either. I think he's probably had about enough.
Well, this is the long count.
I was just going to say, Dempsey and Tunney had nothing on this. That was about 25 seconds, I think, wasn't it? Well, Jermaine Fields doing everything right, as he's done every time we've seen him.
Yeah, very impressive. 4-0. I think he can rise right up the ladder in very rapid fashion. This is not a kid who looks like he's only in his 4th fight. This is really going to be a tremendous battler, I believe, Jermaine Fields.
Yeah, I think so too, and you're right. He doesn't look like a guy who's had as few professional fights as he has. And you mentioned that he didn't turn pro with all the hoopla of a lot of others, but I don't think it's going to be long before people are going to sit up and take notice.
Well, he had a brave opponent, but see, he does so many things right. He got away from that shot, good counter shot. When he has an opportunity, he really puts a lot of power into his punches. He can hook well, he can come with straight punches. You see that left cross of his, which follows his jab quite often. That's a power shot. He likes to do that. Jab once or twice, follow it right up with the left cross coming out of the southpaw position. And that's got a lot of power on it.
And almost everything comes off the jab, and that's something that it takes a while for a lot of fighters to learn, but Jermaine Fields seems to have learned it very quickly. Let's make it official now with Thomas Triber.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the official time, 2 minutes, 18 seconds of round number 2. Referee in charge, Curtis Thrasher, reaches the count of 10 with your winner by way of knockout, Jermaine Fields.
Jermaine Fields is a winner, 4 up and none down, and ready to take that next step. Smiles all around in his corner, and I think with very good reason. I mean, there's almost nothing that you could look at in this case and say, here's something that he absolutely has to work on before he can take the next step. He looks to us like a fighter who's ready to take that step. We'll come back, more action from Denver after this. You know, once again, he clipped my mic. Yeah, well, that's because I stopped talking.
Jermaine, don't leave. Nice job, Jermaine. Good job. Yeah, Rich Murata.
We welcome you back to the Mammoth Event Center. We're in Denver, Colorado for Fight Night on Fox once again, and we have just seen Jermaine Fields come up with another impressive victory, and that's 3 times we've seen him here on Fox, and 3 impressive victories. This one perhaps even more so than the others. Right now he is with Rich Murata. Rich.
All right, Barry, thank you. Jermaine, another impressive performance here tonight. How'd you feel about the way things went in there?
I felt pretty good. I basically, tried to go in there and take my time, set my man up. He was a really good fighter. When the bell rung, he came out and my opponent, he just like switched up on me. And I tried to, put more and more pressure on him. I tried to put more and more pressure on him, but it was like every time I went one way, he went the other. But it was fine.
All right, I think we're going to have an opportunity to take a look at what you did here in the bout, and if you would, go ahead and bring us through it. If we can get to it, we'll take a look on it on the monitor.
Well, as you see, we was in the close, and I tried to, go to the body, and after the first knockdown, I looked over to the corner, and my coach told me straight 1-2, and then go back to the body. That's what I did.
As we continue to watch there, let me reach over and ask Eddie Futch what he thought of Jermaine and his development so far, Eddie.
I think Jermaine is one of the brightest young prospects I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of fighters in my time, and I think he's a sensational prospect, and we hope to take him all the way.
Well, he certainly performed well tonight. Thel, Torrance, the body punching seemed to be working for Jermaine tonight as well.
Yeah, I was kind of impressed with the body punch. With the style that this guy was employing, I thought he'd had to kind of hit him in the body a little bit before we can set up the other punches.
Do you think you can step Jermaine up very quickly? He seems to show an awful lot of ability for someone so early in his pro career.
Well, you know, he's. I think maybe we will be able to step him up a bit. Most of the guys he's fighting, you know, have a little more experience again in this business. But I think we will be able to step him up, mainly because of the way he's learning and progressing at this time.
All right, Jermaine, congratulations. Thel, the great Eddie Futch, appreciate it, and continued success here as you move along. We go back down to Barry Tompkins.
All right, thanks very much. And there's some pretty good voices of reason saying that they feel they have a pretty darn good prospect in Jermaine Fields. And I don't think you're going to find any argument as you look around this room tonight. 4 up, none down for Jermaine.
Stopped in the right round, the last round. I got on the scale, he pressed him and did what he said.
Absolutely. I like him a lot. He's a good kid. I like this kid, too.
Jeff always could fight Phil. Long amateur. Very good.
Yeah, I know. I like him.
Good southpaw.
Oh, you take this chair, Al.
Al needs a headset. Okay.